Welcome to Dad's Drafts.
Welcome to Dad's Draft. It's great to have you here, especially to my 3 new subscribers. Welcome to the family, or the crib, however you like to call it. Now we're going to do another premiere draft of Modern Horizons 3. Hope to get out of the Platinum one, which I'm still stuck in, and maybe we can hit Diamond this time. Now, if you like what I do, as always, feel free to like or subscribe. And let's just have fun together. Now, as always, I will say my picks, whatever I do and why I do it, and maybe you'll learn something from it. And otherwise, if you see me do something stupid, by all means, please do let me know if I missed a sign or if I did a misplay, because, well, you know, I'm here to learn, and hopefully so are you. Okay, well, this is a great start, because I believe this is probably one of the strongest, or maybe the strongest mythic in the game. I don't know if I actually recorded that stream, but I once had someone play against me who had 2 of these. There's also a Galvanic Discharge and a Kappa Cannoneer. Now, I love this card because, you know, it's... I think the last game, or maybe the game before that, I could attack with this and finish them by just having some silly artifact enter the battlefield, and it was unblockable. Now, for me, it's between these 3, obviously. And I am not a big fan of settling into red-white, but if I pass this, the opponent of the person next to me will go red-white for sure. So I think I will just take it. It's 3 mana, deal 3 to any target and gain 3. And if you have some ways to get stuff into your graveyard, I think it's fine. Now we are passing a Galvanic Discharge, so the odds are that the person next to us is probably going into red or red-blue anyway. Now this is... unfortunate, because there is not a single good red or white card in this pack. Now this is more of a commander card, unless you can go full Eldrazi or something. But the best card in this pack by far is Wither and Bloom. There are many lands in this pack, my goodness. So I hope the person who opened this had a very nice card to pick from, but this is a very weak pack overall. So I'll take the Wither and Bloom. I mean, the first pick we did doesn't mean that we have to commit to those colors. And this one is always someone that you can splash for. Again, another mediocre pack. I like Mog Mob, but it's 3 red. I could take one of the lands for our fixing, so that we could eventually maybe play these 3 colors. And we're not really missing out on anything. I think the Superconductor is decent. I think the strongest card in this pack is the Electrozoa or the Brute Skill. I think it's too early to pick a land, so I'll just take the Brute Skill. I think eventually we might not end up in either red or white. Now that's Hexgold Slith, quite late. But green-black seems more open than white-red. So I think the Titan of Fire's Fury is not going to be played, unfortunately. So I'll take the Edge Slith. I think it's between these 2 for me. I like the Kami, but you really need to have some kind of card draw, and there is a way to draw some cards in black, but not really in, and we're not really in black-blue just yet, so I'm just going to take the Edge Slith. Wow. A totally different pack here, red-white. I mean, I think it's not smart to still force red-white, but blue does seem very open. I mean, this card, these 3 are very good blue cards. And there's a Horrific Assault. So either we go blue-black or green-black. For me, it's between the Depth Defiler and the Horrific Assault. I think the Depth Defiler is the safer pick, because as I said, blue seems very open in this pack. So I'm just going to take it, and I think one of these 5 blue cards will probably come around. So I'll just put this one aside, not going to play it. Okay, so there's a Glaring Flash Raker, which is okay, I guess. And there's also an Allosaur. Green-blue does seem open, so I think we probably go between the Flash Raker and the Allosaur. Now the Flash Raker can do quite some work if you have enough colorless creatures. And I think I will probably take that over the... we're not sure if we're in black, in green, so I will take the Flash Raker. It will go in both either black-blue or green-blue. Utter insignificance I don't really like that much. Edge Slith can go pretty far if you play it on turn 2, so I'll just take that. And there's quite some ways, or quite some things with counters. So this, if you ever deal damage, you can pretty often remove a counter. So that's an exalted counter or an energy counter, for instance. So it does a lot of work. Now, so far, all packs pretty much, except for the one with a lot of blue, seemed pretty closed. Now, there's another Altasaur. Maybe we'll have to end up in green-blue. So white and red are both not open. So it's green-blue-ish, or maybe black-blue. Can still go black-green too. So black-green seems open, but then we can't play the Depth Defiler, which I don't hate, but still. Okay, Quest of the Necropolis is pretty good. So I'll just take it here over the Dross Claw and also these two. So the first pack we're in 3 colors, and I hope in the second pack we can make an executive decision about what our second color will be, or even what our 2 colors will be, because at this point it can be blue, black, green, black, or blue, black, or green, black. My goodness. But I wouldn't like to drop black, but maybe we'll have to. So here's at least black, blue, and colorless, so I'll take this. This is okay, but this was our opening pack, by the way. Yeah, so green seems very open. But that means that we couldn't play our Wither and Bloom and stuff like that. I'll just take the Shapeshifter. No, I'll take the Kami because it does a lot of work. Kami. Tamio meets a circle. Okay. So there's another Edged Slith and also a Flare of Malice. And there's a Galvanic Discharge, but we can't go red. And I also love the Serum Visionary. Now I think we're most definitely in black anyway. So I will take the Flare of Malice. But I would really like another Slith or the Visionary. But I still don't know which 2 colors we are. Maybe I should force something at some point. And I think maybe this is the moment to go Amphibian Downpour, or say we're going green, black, splashing red for the Crysalis, and I think that's actually what I have to do. I also love the Accursed Marauder, but the Crysalis is just too good to leave behind. So it seems like it's going to be green, black, splashing red. So we'll keep our eyes open for a fitting land. For me, it's between the Trickster Elk and the Evolution Witness. We don't have many ways to put counters on things. We do have the Wither and Bloom. I think I'll just take the Trickster Elk. It's more versatile. Wow, now we get all the red cards. I'll just take a top end card here. So yeah, we really need to get it from our last pack, because this pack, as you saw, we're getting all the wrong colors. And maybe we can pick up some more colorless cards so that our Flash Raker can actually do something. But so far, not really impressed. Wouldn't mind another Chris. We also need some more lands. So this is not really an Edged Slith deck, but you know, because this really should go for aggressive decks. But it's better than nothing really. Okay, so there's 2 nice black cards here. Maybe we could have ended in red white anyway. I didn't expect it to be so open since we passed a galvanic discharge. Maybe I should expect people in this draft pool to not be so smart. Accursed Marauder or Withering Bloom. I think we'll just go for the Accursed Marauder. Also love the Malevolent Rumble. I'll just take this. Wow, okay, well, a Warp Tusker is fine. Would actually not mind to mainboard this. There's many artifact and enchantments. But yeah, red does seem very open, surprisingly. Okay, I know the Pteramander is pretty nice too, but we don't have many artifacts. And I think the Accursed Marauder does more. Birthing Ritual is more of a commander card, to be honest. I mean, it's nice, but it's very slow. So this is going to be it. Maybe I don't play the Flesh Raker, because we don't have many colorless cards yet. But I wouldn't mind to pick up a Breathe Your Last, or any kind of black removal, to be honest. And I also wouldn't mind a, what's it called, Evolution Witness or two, just to get stuff back from our graveyard. Wow. Okay, well, I think we'll take this. So blue-black could have been a thing. But we are too far into green, I'd say, to go blue-black now. And we can't splash the Crysalis. Maybe I can still go blue-black, depending on what gets passed now, but we won't have much of a Talpend. We'll have the Depth Defiler, but that's about it. Yeah, so packs are just pretty odd, to be honest. I mean, one pack you get past all kinds of blue-black cards. Next pack it's 0 blue and a lot of green. So I hope our last pack will actually give us some nice cards to use as removal. And maybe some decent 3-drops. I mean, I don't really want to play this because we don't have many ways to draw cards. Unless we pick up a Fetid Gargantua or something. Our top end is more than fine. Don't mind a Gift of the Viper here. It is removal, especially if you have a brute skill, for instance, you can get more tokens. Or if we, as I said, pick up the Fetid Gargantua. But maybe someone switched colors somewhere halfway. I don't know. Blue-black. I'll just take it. As I said before, we have some decent blue cards. You never know, maybe we'll pick a crazy blue card in the next pack. Amphibian Downpour, Breathe Your Last is a card that we're definitely going to play since we're in black. This one I think will probably come around because no one's doing the blue-black thing. Now, there's a Breaker of Creation, which is pretty decent. But I don't think we have many ways to ramp. These are colorless. We could still go blue-black and not play the Crysalis. I think I'll just take the Breaker of Creation here. Okay, well, we're definitely taking another Crysalis. So, blue-black, my goodness. It's a Crysalis party, people. Let's go. So, some lands and a removal spell would be great, especially a land with red in it, but I'm not going to pick it over a Crysalis, obviously. So I hope to pick up either 2 lands, or maybe one of the Dryads, which we also passed, but I'm not going to pick a Dryad over a Crysalis. Yeah, so this was a very strange draft, to be honest. With the what was open and what wasn't. Maybe I'll have to put in the other Warp Tusker anyway for cycling. We don't have anything else. Oh, Would have loved to play with this, but didn't really seem open, to be honest. Oh, hello. I could just kiss you right now. I won't, but... Now there's a branching evolution, which would be nice with the Crysalis, but the Crysalis is the only thing that we have with counter, so I don't think that can actually be a thing, and I think I'd rather take the... Well, we don't have a... This won't get us a red source, it will get our colorless, so I think I'll have to take this over the branching evolution. Branching evolution is one that really shines in the... what is it, the green-white deck, of course, with the proliferation. It can go really far, but now just taking it for the Crysalis I think is not a good idea. Now I wouldn't mind one land to get us red for Chris. Or colorless, so we really want to keep the Dryad alive. Well, it's colorless, so I'll just take it. Is it better than the Accursed Marauder? Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3 ways to get colorless and some tokens. I'll take the Accursed Marauder. Sorry, I just love this card. Now, a curve isn't perfect. There should be one more 3-drop, and especially as I said before, the Kami isn't amazing. And we only have 3 removal spells. As I said, this came around. I'll just take it. I don't expect to get anything useful from these last few picks. So this seems to be our deck. I really hope maybe one land comes around, especially one with red in it. Don't really care about the other colors. That's not red, but I will take it. Don't really care about the ooze thing. I need colorless mana. We're not splashing white. Take the Foul Strike. Yes. Yes. Exactly the land we need. So it's a deck. I do have to do some cutting, I think. Maybe nobody likes the Hydro Trainer. It's not very good, so maybe we can cut a Kami, because as I said before, it will probably only be a 1/3 Death Touch, and we do have quite some creatures. Now, is there anything I could play instead of that? This will be probably a 5 or 6. Our top end is quite heavy. Maybe I'll just put in a Foul Strike. I mean, it can save a creature and it can kill a creature with flying. No, I didn't check the lands. Let me just check them quickly. 2 red seems decent, so we have 3 ways to get red. And all the other ones are either black or colorless or green or colorless. So this seems fine. Alright, well, as I said before, I'm not really convinced about the deck, but the triple Crysalis could help us out greatly. But we need to get the red mana to play them. So if it doesn't work out, maybe I'll get one more red in instead of, for instance, green or black. Well, hello. This is not great. Maybe I have to play the Hydra at turn 2 and then use a Gift of the Viper, depending on how aggressive they are. But I think I want to keep this, because odds are that at some point we will draw a 2/3 drop or maybe the colorless. Nice. That's also a card which I wouldn't have mind. It fixes, it ramps you, it gives colorless. So it doesn't. I think you should play this in pretty much any 3-color deck, even if you're not into the energy thing. It's on equal grounds with the Dryad, but of course the Dryad is a creature and has Death Touch. Now, I wouldn't mind a colorless source now from the top. We have about 4. Or maybe the Dryad. But we have some removal spells now for the whatever he plays. Or we could play the Hydra. Okay, well, we are going to remove that, obviously. But they will draw a card. Oh, well, that is lovely. That is actually way better, because that way we won't target it. Thank you, Chris Marauder. That's why I love you. I won't play the Hydra for 1. Or for 0, actually. I believe that will be rather bad. Now it seems they're stuck on 2 lands. Okay, they're not. Yeah. Do we want them to sacrifice that with a Flare of Malice? I don't think so. I mean, I'll just play this as a 3/4. But as I said before, I would really like to get our white source, I mean our colorless. This way we could start attacking, we'll have up a removal spell. Don't really care about them getting more energy, as long as this dies before they get to 6. Now they could get 6 energy in 1 turn, obviously, but you know, that's that happens. Yeah, I would splash with this card as well. It's crazy. Especially if you can protect this in a way. So they target it, you protect it, they target it again, you get 2 cards, while you only played 1. And all your creatures get this. So I think this is going to be a commander card. If it's not already, by the way, I don't play commander, but I can see this be a good commander. Okay, well that is a decent target for us to kill as well. Hello, Chris. I love you. Now, we don't have enough mana to do 2 things. So it's either Chris or one of these. So I think I'll just attack with this first and see what they do. And I will use the Flare of Malice, I think. And the reason being, that way I use my mana as efficiently as possible. And I can keep up the Gift of the Viper for if he, for instance, does a crazy attack, because I think, well, I cannot draw cards and I can't really block, so I will just attack and then we can get them with the Gift of the Viper. Yeah, but really would like a colorless for Flash Raker before we play Chris. Yeah, so we got to kill that soon. I mean, he has 6 energy soon, unless he plays an energy card now, which the odds are. So maybe I should have killed that before. Okay. Yeah, that's a good card. Now we don't have a way to keep our Hydra alive, so it's goodbye Hydra. Goodbye Hydra. No, it's a shame that he didn't do this before. And now it's tapped, so we could actually kill it. I think I will kill it before he gets more... he can have a counter spell, but... Okay, next turn Crysalis. Or hopefully a colorless source plus Crysalis, that would be amazing. Wow, that was strange. Yeah, I'll just play the Crysalis. He might counter this, but I think he would have countered the removal spell, I think. And now we can play the Flash Raker, of course. And I think we will. He has something. A Breathe Your Last, I think, or something like that. Wither and Bloom. Yeah. Well, we couldn't have kept that alive with the thing anyway. Gift of the Viper. Now we can start in doing some damage. I assume they play a creature. We can play the Accursed Marauder and keep up Gift of the Viper. Yeah, that's a nice card. I hope he's going to put a counter on that just to make it more beefy or whatever. But I think we do have to kill that because of the Death Touch. Oh, that's also very nice. I think I will just do that and keep up the Accursed Marauder. Reason being, let's just keep the token back. Reason being, the Wither and Bloom can kill that target, but they might play a 5/5 or a 4/4 for instance, and then the Wither and Bloom cannot. Yep. Now that's something that is good against the Accursed Marauder, because it's a token. So I cannot sacrifice it. But I'll just keep attacking with the Writhing Crysalis. Okay, well that's also nice. Ooh, I could get their Nadu, which I think I will do right now. Yes, please. Now, if he wants to remove something, he can. I think he will draw some removal at some point. But then at least we'll get a card or a tapped land, so we'll pretty much just draw a card. Now, wouldn't mind one of the other Chris's. I hope he just plays a big chunky boy and taps out so that we can play the Accursed Marauder and just get in for some damage. Maybe I'll even put the counter on Nadu if it survives. That way we'll also draw a card, but I think Nadu is about to die. Maybe, I hope he doesn't have a bounce spell. That would be very, very devastating. If he bounced the Nadu, he would get it to his hand. That would probably be the worst thing that could happen to us. He's making sure that he taps his mana in a certain way. So maybe he has another Wither and Bloom, since he keeps up one black. Wow, okay, well that's not what you want to play, to be honest. He will get in for 6, but still we do way more damage than he does. So I'm not saying it's a win. Now he can probably kill. Okay. The owner of target non-land permanent. Yeah, this was what I was afraid of. So he can put it at the second spot of his library. So I think we have to get a bit aggressive, because now they're probably keeping that back. If they do, we still have a chance, because look at us drawing lands, it's amazing. I'll just attack. He knows I have something probably, but otherwise this will be a 9/9 next turn. Now we are drawing quite some lands, which is unfortunate, and none of our big chunky boys. So I think this is about the point where he might actually turn things around and win. I will keep the swamp in hand in case he lets me discard something. Oh, come on, man. He can play the deep analysis again, but if he does, then he will lose 2 life. So yeah, well, now he will probably play the Nadu and get a 3/3. But then he'll be at 9. We can kill the Nadu and we can just keep attacking. But he's going to do what I was planning to do, which is put a counter on the Nadu. So we have one more turn, and I hope he will do this and only play the Nadu. Oh, he tapped wrong, right? He doesn't have a green source. At least I think he tapped wrong. Why did that thing tap for the deep analysis? I think for colorless? Yeah, so if he removes a Crysalis, I think it's a good game. Unless we actually draw some more action. 2, 4, 6, 8 lands. So we have been drawing lands average or a bit above average. I must say, he is taking his time in playing and thinking and whatever. I think I just have to attack here. I hope he doesn't have a way to instantly draw 3 cards. So Slith is a pretty nice draw, even though it's just a 1/1. He must have something. Okay. Probably a breathe your last for the Crysalis. Then maybe our Slith is going to go really far. Fell the Profane. Maybe a Wither and Bloom for the Slith. Fell the Profane. Okay, well, can he actually play both? I think he can. He will kill the Crysalis and play Nadu, which will cost him 7. Oh, come on, man. Sure. I don't know what he would do differently. I mean, he cannot put the counter on the Nadu, I think, because he has no black mana for it. So the Crysalis will die. We will play the Accursed Marauder. We'll get attack with the Slith. Blue and colorless, so he could have a counter spell, but oh my goodness, come on, deck. I'll attack first, remove an energy counter. You never know how important it is. Now, if they do have a counter spell, okay, well, they don't. Wow, there's your green source. Well, this is going to be rough. I mean, we have the best board presence, but still, we are drawing quite some lands, and we don't have any way to draw more cards. So we're just in top deck mode, while he does have ways to draw cards like this. Now if he draws another card, Okay, he's also just whiffing, which I like. So he has 2 lands. Any spell really would be great. We have so much top end cards. So many. We have 10 land here, and we're halfway our deck, so we really drew a lot of lands. Classic Magic the Gathering arena. I assume he has something at some point. Now he has to get a removal spell or play 2 creatures. But my word, this deck could have done so much more. So we have 18 cards here and 6 of them are lands. So the odds of us drawing a land is 1 in 3, but we keep drawing lands. Yeah, sure. So as long as he doesn't have a another creature, I think we still win because of the menace. He could have drawn a creature, I mean. Please don't have anything. Or we please draw something. He does have something. Now the Kami would actually be great. But we don't have it in our deck, I think. Well, at least there's a top end card, but he can probably counter it or... So deck, why not just wait with giving us the top end card while he grabs and takes his counter spells? Sure, can't cycle it. I will just use it anyway, because I want to thin out our deck. Yeah, well, as I said before, we might still lose this. He probably has another... Oh, come on! This makes me so salty. I know it's something that is... Oh, I shouldn't have. The odds, really. I know I had a salty game before, but I'm getting really salty again. 2, 4, 6... 14 lands. So there's 4 lands left in this thing. I hope we draw our Colossal Dread Mask. Oh, well, I will play a land. Maybe it will help in avoiding counterspell. Goodbye, Warp Tusker. So as I said before, I really feel as if the odds of drawing lands in Arena is way higher than in real life. So Dread Mask off the top would do it. We can't attack if he keeps them behind. Why would he only attack with 1? This is strange. Okay, wow. Removal spell, anything? Oh, well, that also helps. I will probably... Oh, I cannot bestow it, otherwise I would have done it on the elk. No, I don't want to attack. So the Altosaur is lethal. And I think I'll just attack with everything. My word, that was a long and, I must say, somewhat boring / frustrating game. What is up with the land draw? We have 17 lands, right? We have no double-faced. 17, yeah, well. Bad luck, I guess. First win in the pocket. Not the way I had hoped. And I must say we were all so pretty lucky that he drew some lands for 3 or 4 turns in a row. Game 2. I think I'm going to change my pet soon, because I think, I mean, I don't have any sound right now, but I find the horse that makes a sound every time pretty annoying. My wife actually pointed it out yesterday. I was sitting on a couch, I had an unfortunate draft, I had an amazing energy deck, but I only went 2-1. I mean 2-3, sorry. So, Brute Skill will get us the colors that we need. So we'll pretty much play the Marauder and adapt the Brute Skill. Or not play the Marauder. I want to get the red source, so I'm going to play this. I am just going to attack, adapt. Why wouldn't you take action? I'll just take find my mountain. Hello, mountain, yes. So whatever they play, if they actually play something, my word, they are not. Oh, we have so much removal. I think I'll attack first, just to be sure he doesn't have. He can still counterspell, and he probably would and should if we play this Crysalis. But at least we get the spawn tokens, which means next turn we can probably play the Breaker of Creation. And I rather have them counter the Crysalis than the Breaker of Creation. Now if they tap out now, okay. We still have a decent deck. Now if a land would be great, because then we'll have 8. In other ways, I will play the Accursed Marauder, of course. Otherwise, not other ways, my goodness. It is your turn. Are you going to keep that Razor Grass, or are you going to play it? Okay, well, we do have a free attack. As I said before, if we draw a land, that will be great. If we don't draw a land, we'll just kill the Zealot. We do draw a land, which is great. I'm sorry about the turn 5 Breaker of Creation. And he cannot tap it. Now, we can only play one Accursed Marauder. Because we only have one black. So I will probably use this Deceptive Landscape anyway. Wow. Is that even possible? How can it have hexproof from each color? Okay, so this is unfortunate. We really need another black source. think you cannot target it, right? Will I trade with the Breaker of Creation? I think I do. I mean, that way we will still get the Annihilator thing going. You will probably tap the Brute Skill. That way the board will be empty and we have 2 more Marauders. I will sacrifice the Accursed Marauder if you don't mind. I would be surprised if he just took it. So that was a good copy crook. I don't really, maybe because it doesn't say target of any creature, not the target. Okay, well, let's just keep attacking. I assume they have something. Altasaur is nice, but obviously we still need 1 more mana. I think he has a counter spell up, or at least something instant. Okay. I think I'll just keep the Foreboding Landscape, because I might need colorless at some point for the Flash Raker. I will keep up the Wither and Bloom. Now, I know that I could have put a counter on this, get another source for our Altasaur, but I think at this point we're pretty much in the driver's seat. And whatever he plays, he cannot keep taking 3 all the time, so we'll just keep going. Hello, Chris. He has to have something at some point. Okay, well, I don't mind that. Okay, well now we have a free play for the Crysalis. Although he could counter it for 3. Do we take the chance? I think we have to take the chance. Okay, Chris happens. We still have Wither and Bloom up. And now, okay, I will actually just kill that, because that thing is annoying AF. And now we can play the Altasaur and get in for some damage. We could also just keep attacking, and if they play a creature we can... Okay, well, I think I'll just attack with the Crysalis first. Wow. Okay, well, I think I won't attack with the Crysalis first. Do we have lethal? Let me just check. I'm going to play this first. I think we do have lethal, because we can bestow this. Okay. Accursed Marauder. I did make another video draft with those cards, and I put MVP in the template, and I think it's really true. I know you keep it in your hand for quite a while sometimes, as I did now, but 2 mana, remove anything they play if they're behind is just too strong. Especially if you have something on the board and you can just keep on attacking. Alright, no green source. We do have black-red. I assume we'll draw green, but this is very, very top heavy. Let me just think. Quest. I don't think we can keep this. Well, this is better. I'll just get rid of the Breaker of Creation, and now we know that we won't draw it. But I'll just find a swamp first, unless we draw it now. Okay. Next turn, probably Basking Brute skill. I don't expect them to play a big bomb. But we still need red. Okay, that's not red source. Yeah, we didn't take or didn't have enough ways to get the red source that we need. We do have the Dryad, which we didn't see yet. And I think we have one land which can get us there. And of course, 2 mountains, I think. Okay. Another green source. I'm just going to attack anyway. I don't think he will block, and I will just adapt. Get in for an extra damage, and that way, if need be, we can play Wither and Bloom. This card is very slow, I think, unless you have many ways to get small creatures you can sacrifice. Wow. Yeah, don't mind if I actually just kill that before we go to combat, sir. Very glad I kept up the black for the Wither and Bloom. It was about to tap black-green for the adapt. Now, what is the game waiting for? He cannot do anything else, can he? Does he have some way to sacrifice a red card in his hand? Now we lose our ramp, but I don't really need the ramp. And okay. Well, as long as you're not going to block with it, you might as well attack. You're definitely right. Another Chris. I think I'll just play this. Get another swamp. Thin out our deck. Get double black for our removal spell. And I think I'm just going to use the Wither and Bloom here on the Brute skill. Reason being, that way I get more tokens. And also, whatever creature he is going to find in a few turns, I can always use the Accursed Marauder on that. But we do have 2 dead cards in our hand, which is unfortunate. Alright. What do you have? Okay. That is that's strange. I guess he's not going to sacrifice that one anymore. But now he does have enough to block the Basking Brute skill. But once we get a red mana, we can really just pop off. And our Breaker of Creation is over here, which is unfortunate. But we do have many other things we can draw, like a Colossal Dread Mask or the Hydra to bestow. Yeah, this card is just too slow in my opinion. Pay 3, find a creature for 3, unless you sacrifice other creatures that you paid for. I mean, it's good if you have many tokens. For instance, Eldrazi stuff. Okay, I must say I'm a bit surprised there. So, I don't want to use this on a Molten Gatekeeper. I think I'll just attack. Yeah, after this I am going to change at least one forest into a red source. I said maybe we're unlucky, but I knew that this deck didn't have enough fixing for Crysalis, so it's a risk. But once we get red, we can pretty much get going. Would be surprised if he didn't sacrifice the Gatekeeper. Wow. Maybe as a crazy bomb. The Tarmogoyf thing maybe, or... Okay, well, Dryad's also nice. So... he's not attacking. He seemed to really need the Dryad, so to be honest, I don't really care if we trade. Apparently he needs the mana, so that's just for free damage. And now I can untap this, put a counter on it, get another Eldrazi, and hope to at some point draw a 6-drop. One of which we have many. But here comes a big Ravager or a... what else can you have? 2, 4, 6, 7 mana. It's not a Kozilek. I think that's even more expensive. Okay. Okay, yeah, sure, yeah. Get in for some damage, that's nice. Fury. Okay, well, if he's actually going to target the Brute Skill, which he probably will. Creatures and or Planeswalkers. I will untap the Brute Skill and save it. Get a spawn and probably chump with it. But yeah, this is a problem. I played with this card once. Pretty good. Come on, mate. Do you really need that much time to put 4 on my Brute Skill? Or are you going to do something else crazy? Yeah, I would probably first pick this card over pretty much anything. It's a way better Goblin. What's the Goblin called? The one that ends the battlefield, deals 4 to any target. I think this is better, especially with the double strike and... Now I won't block with it, obviously, but I will probably chump. No, I won't chump. I mean, I don't care. We're at 10, we're still good. Hey, hey, look what it is. Now, if we attack, we can trade it. If he attacks, we can chump it. So I think I'm just going to get aggressive here. Now we shouldn't forget to get a red mana and just play Crysalis for days. And this will also bring many chumpables. Yeah, drawing the Flash Raker would also be nice, but the problem now is that since we have to sacrifice this for a red source, the Flash Raker is no longer an option. Now, noise. I think I do. Now the Death Touch is going to be a problem. But now we have so much mana, so I think the late game is also valuable for us, since we did, of course, shuffle our library with getting these lands. So our bomb might actually be at the top. That's a very nice card, especially with the Crysalis. I assume he also has one of these. So this is going to be a 5/6. I think we have to attack with both Crysalis at some point. We can make this into a 7/8 and a 6/7. So I don't think there's any good blocks for him, except for the Death Touch. Okay. Yep. Very good with the Evolution Witness as well. Getting 2 cards back from the graveyard. Colossal Dreadmask. Or another Crysalis, because hey, you know what? Who cares? Triple Crysalis, let's go! So, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm just going to attack with these 2, and I know that he's going to probably block. But this way, we should have a Crysalis up at the end. Okay, well, this is a fine trade. I had expected him to do something with the Wombat too, because now we have 2 lethal targets. I think they're lethal. 8. Oh, they're not lethal. If he had Rel the Implicit Maze, that would be rather painful, because then we would have to sacrifice everything at the spot, on the spot. Okay, good game. Yeah. It's just nasty. Crysalis is nasty. I hate the card, but if I get it, I will play it. But I think it's a card, as I said before, that kind of ruins the set. Now let me just check. We have 1, 2, 3, 9 ways to get green. Yeah, I'm just going to put in 1 more mountain. 3-0. I really didn't expect this to happen, to be honest. But Triple Crysalis is something that's worth playing. It feels really bad, to be honest. I mean, I've had games where I saw the Crysalis, I wasn't in the color, and I passed it, and then I saw another Crysalis and another Crysalis, and you're just passing pretty much the best card, at least the best common in the game. And then you think to yourself, maybe I should have gone red, green, or splash red or green to pick them up. Okay, this is great. Find the green. Maybe we can have somewhat of an aggressive start here with the Slith. Green, I said, yeah. So if they play something on turn 3, so they don't play anything on the first 2 turns, we might actually be pretty good here, because we can just keep attacking with the Slith, keep sacrificing stuff, and this is also nice to keep up if they want to remove this. Sacrifice a black card instead of paying 4. It's pretty cool. What's it going to be? Yep. Well, we can always keep that up to sacrifice it, so I don't really mind that. Now we cannot play the Accursed Marauder, so I'll just... I mean, I don't want to play the Accursed Marauder. I want to keep it up for whatever they play. For instance, a Cyclops Superconductor, or maybe the Zealot. Or maybe nothing. So they probably have a counter, which I will not give into. I will only play the Hydra once they're tapped out. Okay, well, no, I won't. I will just pay it. Oh, I can't. Oh, crap. Okay. Yeah, that was my bad. I should have put up another black source for the hard cast Flare of Malice. That was a misplay from my part. Because then we could have kept the Slith and sacrificed it to the Accursed Marauder and build out our board. But that was, as I said before, a misplay. Oh, Jolted Awake. Can you actually get that back? He does have enough energy, I think. That will be painful. Yep. And does it have to be attacking? Okay, tapped and attacking token, that's it. Wow. Okay, well, we can block that. And, well, he does have a lot of energy now, but we can just kill them both. So, let's just do that. Keep up the Gift of the Viper. Get in for 4. Now I hope he is going to do some kind of removal spell on this, so that we can save it, but odds are that if he does have a Galvanic Discharge... okay. Yeah. So next turn he can attack for a lot if he plays any creature. Well, hello. Good old Chris. So with our mana this can become a 5/6. How many Dark Umbras do you have? Number 3. Well, guess we need another Chris. We can kill the Conduit Goblin, and I think we do. I want to kill this. I don't want him to have anything hasty, to be honest. So, it's pretty much an empty board. I'm top decking. That is a Flash Raker, which is something. But he has ways to draw cards, and he probably has more ways to draw cards. And the Number Mage. That's the card I meant. Oh, we don't have enough anymore, do we? No. Okay. That would have been nice though. Yeah, we really need to draw either a land or another Crysalis, but he has so much action. The Rush of Inspiration was pretty good. He's drawing a lot of action though, I must say. I mean, he's halfway his deck and he only drew 6 lands. So I hope he is going to get into a pocket now. Get a bit flooded. Okay. Well, I'm going to kill the charge bug probably. Yeah, we can't really kill that. I'm going to kill the charge bug before he attacks, otherwise he will mentor it. So this is a decent blocker for that, but as I said before, we need another land. Dog Umbra doesn't work on the charge bug. What do you have? What dost thou have? Oh, nice. Okay. So, we're nearly dead. Do we cycle the Warp Tusker? I think even the Warp Tusker isn't enough here, is it? No, we don't cycle it. Land. Crysalis. Good. Okay, we're still in the race. So he has Menace, so we have to chump that. Hoping that he doesn't have another Dog Umbra. Oh, nice. Dog Umbra number 4. Look at you. Oh, well, I'm happy that I killed the what is it? Stupid red-white Conduit Goblin. So I think we're dead. He is, I must admit, really drawing all the action. 2, 4, 6. Why is he not drawing any lands? Yeah, well, too late. Is it too late? Yeah. Yeah, well, so many Dog Umbras. That's rough. Rough, you know. 3-1. Wow. He had 7 lands. And all the action. Well, there's nothing really you can do against that. That's why blue, I like playing blue, because that way you can probably just scry some things or, you know, draw some more cards, make sure you're not just in top deck mode. And blue has that the most. Of course, there's also others that do. Is it great? No, it's not great. Is it keepable? Sure. Let's get the green source. Yep. I don't want him to start proliferating in any way, for instance, with that one. So red source would be amazing. But I'm just going to play the Slith. And probably the Accursed Marauder for the Adventure. That way I hope our Slith can get in for some damage. And we still have Flare of Malice, so if we can kill pretty much anything big he plays now. What is it going to be? Another counter. Well, my goodness. Well, we can kill the token with the Foul Strike. We could also just make him sacrifice that, get in for a damage and remove a counter. I think that's best. I'm glad I killed the proliferate thing. I'm not sure why I have to click that twice. Is that in the name or something? When you do, you may remove a counter from another permanent opponent close. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I think that's big enough. He might have some way to remove enchantment at instant speed, or kill our Slith now. But we're not really racing. He probably has a fight spell. Yeah, well, we can block his flyers. But the Watchdog will do some damage. I think I'll just have to keep up the Foul Strike for his next attack. Red Source would be amazing really, but doesn't really seem like it's happening. Maybe I should have picked fixing more highly, but I don't think I actually missed. Yeah, well, it's not great, but I think I have to do this because otherwise it will be a bigger problem. Now we can get in for 8 and we have to chump. So I think this game is pretty much over. You should also attack with that one, yeah. Yeah, well, that's a bit late. Doesn't matter, he has trample, so it's a good game. Alright, 3 and 2. Should I put in another mountain just to be sure? I think I will. I really hate not playing the Crysalis. First few games were decent, now it's just meh. Hope to at least get one more win with this. This way we won't really be getting back to diamond if we win as much as we lose. Okay, well, I assume we will draw either red or green soon. Quest to Wither and Bloom, and then by then I hope we would have drawn a what is it, a forest? Opponent Milligans. Maybe I played it too aggressively last game, but it would be amazing to draw one of those tap lands which can get us green. That way we can double trigger this. Excuse me. Okay, well, it appears that that's not going to happen. That's not the color we need. So I think we pretty much have to Wither and Bloom anything they play now and just hope to be drawing a forest soon. You see that whenever we remove one more forest, we get screwed on forests. I think we'll just get your superconductor if you don't mind. We can put a counter on it and use the Accursed Marauder next turn. At least that way we'll have some playables. Nixborn Hydra is also great on the conductor. Could you imagine what a finisher that would be, having this thing all pumped up and sacrificing it with the Marauder and dealing X damage to their face? Like a fling. Yeah. Well, are you going to put some exalted counters on it? Not yet. Yeah, so we are somewhat unfortunate with lands, as I said before. So I'm just going to play now, so since we can put some pressure on them and at least play something, but this is really unfortunate. If I get the tap land now to find green, I will play the Flash Raker first. But I mean, this deck, I think I'm already happy with the 3-3. Because, you know, the draft went pretty chaotic. Nothing was really open. Okay. Thank you. Gain some life. Now you're just mocking me, deck. They must have something. I mean, they played their Stomp Stomp as a land, so I just assumed that they... Okay. This is getting ridiculous. I'm glad he's not some aggressive deck, because otherwise we would have died. But imagine we could now draw a tap land. We can play Flash Raker, get a green source, next turn play Crysalis, whatever. Even a Breathe Your Last would be decent from the top. I want to unleash our hand. Seven cards, none of them playable. Maybe it was a bad keep, I don't know. Yeah, he's just going to kill us pretty fast now. I mean, even if we can play something now, except for the Crysalis maybe, but even a Glaring Flash Raker will probably be too late. Yay! Nice. So we can only play the Flash Raker. We can't even find the green source with this one. Flash Raker dies. I think this is the only one with which we cannot find green source. 5 mana. Still need green. Might just block the goblin. If he attacks. Okay, well, we gain some life, which is nice. Yeah, well, good game. He's still just going to put a ton of exalted counters on his creatures. Attack with the superconductor for 6 or 7 or something. Man, he is so lucky that we didn't have green. This would have been amazing. Play the Brute Skill, Gift of the Viper on a token, whatever. You should probably keep 3 up, right? So this is, what is it, 10? Never mind. Thank you, deck. Good job. Well, only 3 and 3. Decent, but we could have gone higher, I think, if we actually drew our forest there. So, as I said in my guide, try to avoid 3 colors for as much as you can. Now, I think the Crysalis on the splash was decent, but since we got 3 of them, it's no longer really a splash. So, we were somewhat unlucky with our lands in the last game, I think. Thank you for watching. If you like what I do, by all means feel free to like and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching Dad's Drafts.